Hi, my name is Michaela Gower, and today I will be looking at objective number 2. The candidate will be able to develop differentiated lessons and instructional plans for students with special needs in inclusive classroom settings. I will be looking at creating lesson plans for students with learning disabilities, struggling readers, and ESOL students. So let's imagine that we are in an elementary classroom and students have been given a text to read. And the strategy I would be implementing is CSR strategies, a reading comprehension strategy. And it's really important that we build on the background knowledge of students, or if they don't have it, we need to help them gain that background knowledge. So one of the things we can do before we start reading the text is we can use the preview strategy. And students begin by writing down what they know about a topic and sharing those responses with a partner. And this is similar to using a graphic organizer, a KWLS graphic organizer, which is another effective strategy. With a KWLS graphic organizer, students write down what they know about a topic, what they want to know, then what they've learned after they've read the text, and what they still want to know about the topic. Think, Pair, Share is another similar strategy. This gives students an opportunity to think independently. Sometimes when a teacher poses a question, multiple students have responses, and so not everyone gets the opportunity to share their response. So the think stage really allows each student to have their own thought process, and then they're paired up after that and they collaborate with a shoulder partner or a pairing that the teacher designates based on learning abilities. And then in the final stage is the students share their responses and findings with the class, and then other students may come to the conclusion that their original thoughts are different than what they thought in the beginning. Another CSR strategy that we covered in this class is the click and clunk strategy. And clicks are words that students understand right away. Clunks, on the other hand, are words that students have difficulty with. And so in groups, students would be reading the text and someone might come to a word they don't understand. So then you can have the clunk master, or you can designate someone in the group to help them work through the parts of the click and clunk strategy to be able to identify and understand the words in the text. Another strategy within CSR is the Get the Gist strategy. And this is really just about students identifying the main ideas as they read. So, for instance, they're reading a paragraph, they identify the main idea, if it's who's the main character in that paragraph, and then they can work together as a group to develop a gist statement, which restates the essence of the paragraph in just a few words. Another strategy is the wrap-up strategy, and this is basically taking everything that they've learned from a text and forming questions that start with who, what, when, where, and why, or how. And then they write these questions in their learning logs, and as a group they collaborate to come up with answers to summarize what they've learned. Another strategy that is helpful to students who are struggling readers is using text-to-speech software. There were many instances we covered this within the classroom, specifically when reading out of the textbook. This is just a way to integrate technology that can help struggling readers. Another strategy we covered is PALS, which is a peer-assisted learning strategy, which allows students to be involved with their peers, and in a way students are acting as teachers, and we all know that within a classroom each individual student has something that they can offer to the learning environment. So this is a great way to make students teachers, and it makes it possible for students with disabilities to access the general curriculum. And PALS is a research-based strategy that's been shown to have a lot of success and easy to implement into classrooms. The first part of the PAL strategy is partner reading with ReTEL. This focuses on reading fluency and summarizing. The next step is paragraph shrinking, which I've covered a little bit with the CSR. Students are going to identify the main character and ideas. And in the final stage, prediction relay, this focuses on making predictions, identifying main ideas, and summarizing again. Some strategies for English language learners include reviewing the key vocabulary and maybe completing a vocabulary match. One of the standards for an ELL is that they can determine the meaning of words and phrases in oral presentations in literary and informational texts. So it's important that they have a solid understanding of those key vocabulary within a unit. And one way to do that is through integrating word walls. And word walls are used in classrooms to display words that students have learned throughout the year. Some tips for creating word walls are making sure the font is simple and readable for all students in the classroom and not to overcrowd words on our word wall. So these are just some of the strategies I've learned that connect to objective number 2 that I plan to implement when I become an educator. Thank you.